Cost of immigrating to Canada. When you plan to immigrate to Canada, you of course have to spend time and effort gathering together all the documents required by immigration authorities in Canada. This is to ensure your application has the best possible chances of being successful. But there is also something else you should be keeping track of as you put together your application. Money. How much will it cost you to immigrate to Canada? What sort of budget should you have planned out in order to successfully immigrate? And have you thought of all the expenses you will incur in the immigration process? Let's put together a budget for someone in the Philippines who is considering migrating to Canada. Canadian government fees. Let's assume you're applying through the Express Entry online portal, which means you're applying under the category of economic immigration. Let's further assume you're applying under the Federal Skilled Workers Program. Here are the official fees that you will be paying to the Canadian authorities. Government fees, Federal Skilled Worker, cost in Canadian dollars. Application processing fee, $550. Right of permanent residence fee, $490. Spouse application processing fee, if applicable, $550. Spouse's right of permanent residence fee, if applicable, $490. Dependent child fee, per child, $150. Total, $1,040. Total for married couple, $2,080. Total for married couple with 2 children, example, $2,380. If instead you apply under the family class because your spouse is sponsoring the rest of the family, then the government fees you will be paying for immigration authorities are as follows. Government fees, family class, cost in Canadian dollars. Sponsorship fee, $75. Principal applicant processing fee, $475. Right of permanent residence fee, $490. Dependent child fee, per child, $150. Let's say you have 2 children, and the 3 of you are being sponsored by your Canadian or permanent resident spouse, and that you will be paying permanent residence fees. The total fees come to $1,340 Canadian dollars. Other fees and expenses. We next look at fees or expenses that you will be incurring mostly in the Philippines as you gather your documents and book your flight to Canada. Let's start with language tests and then we'll move through the other expenses. Fee description, cost in Canadian dollars. IELTS, $250 or 10,270 pesos. Birth certificates and marriage or death certificates if applicable, $3.50 each, or 140 pesos each. Proof of no marriage, $5 or 195 pesos. E-passport, $25 or 950 pesos. Adult medical exam, $415 or 7,025 pesos. Child medical exam for each dependent child, $235 or 9,583 pesos. Manila to Toronto economy class per person, as of April 2018, $1,200 to $1,800. Let's consider these costs as they would relate to a family of 4 with 2 adults and 2 young children, and how much these expenses would total in their case. The total for this set of expenses adds up to $10,517.50, or about 10,500 Canadian dollars. Settlement funds. So far we're at around 10,000 Canadian dollars, but now we have to consider the largest expense for a family of 4 from the Philippines, or anywhere else of course. That is, applying to immigrate to Canada, the amount of funds Canadian immigration authorities require you to have in your bank account in order to be able to support yourself as you establish yourself in your new home. Size of family. Funds in Canadian dollars. 1. 12,475 Canadian dollars. 2. 15,531 Canadian dollars. 3. 19,093 Canadian dollars. 4. 23,181 Canadian dollars. 5. 26,292 Canadian dollars. 6. 29,652 Canadian dollars. 7. 33,014 Canadian dollars. For each additional family member, add 3,361 Canadian dollars. You have to either transfer these funds to a Canadian bank account in your name or have an acceptable proof of funds and convince immigration authorities that you will deposit those funds in a Canadian bank account. In the case of our family of 4, we have required total for settlement funds of 23,181 Canadian dollars. And the grand total is for our family of 4. Category: total required in Canadian dollars. Government fees, FSW, 2,380. Other fees and expenses, some hypothetical, $10,517. Settlement funds in your bank account, $23,181. Total for a hypothetical family of 4, 36,078 Canadian dollars. This means that our family of 4 from the Philippines will need over 36,000 Canadian dollars to cover fees, expenses, travel costs and settlement fund requirements. In Philippine pesos at the current exchange rate, that's about 1,384,000 pesos. A well-managed savings plan is clearly a key part of any immigration application and should be started years in advance if possible. So budget carefully and start saving those pesos as soon as possible.